guys, so we all have bad days, right? Everyone goes through these days when they're either mad or they're sad or whatever it is. We're human, we have emotions that we go through. But the thing that a lot of people fail to understand is that when you are going through these hard times, it's okay to cry. It's okay. In fact, crying can be really healthy. Crying relieves stress, lowers blood pressure, it removes toxins, and there's so many other things, but the bottom line is, if you're crying, you know you're human. Okay, so let's talk about something that we can all relate to. Or at least most of us. So, you're getting up in the morning, it's 9 o'clock. You have to be at work at 9 o'clock. And you've been late for the past couple of days, so you're like, oh shit, I can't believe I'm late again. You're late to work, your boss yells at you in front of everybody. First trigger. Then you find out that the accounting lady's retiring, so they cut a cake for her, but they didn't save you a piece of cake. Second trigger. And then you find out the accounting lady told everyone to come out for drinks, but guess who wasn't invited? Third trigger. So you're already having a really shitty day, right? And you're sitting at your desk, you're trying to do your work, but you can't really be focused because you're having such a bad day and whatnot, so everything you're doing is wrong. Your boss yells at you again. So then you go to photocopy something. You're standing in the photocopier room, and you're standing there, you're venting to yourself, and you're just asking like, why God? Why me? Why is this happening to me? And you're so clouded by all this emotion that you're not even photocopying properly, so you start hitting it and kicking it and shaking it. And that's when someone walks into the room. And here is the ultimate trigger. Hey man, you okay? And honestly, those 3 words are like an instant order to your brain, right? As soon as it hears it, it's like, okay, message received, let's go, send those tears down, go, go. And that is how the first type of cry starts. Let's call it the inside cry, because here's how it goes. I'm fine. And you won't turn your head to look at them and say you're fine because you don't want them to see your glistening eyes, right? So you fight those tears, and then finally 5 o'clock comes, you rush out of the office, get into your car, and that's our second type of crying. The hiccup cries. And then you notice your coworker walking towards their car that's parked right beside you, so you start crying. You're like, oh my god, I'm still in public, I'm still around my workplace, gotta stop crying, act cool, act cool. And as you're driving off, that's when the third type of cry starts, the gasping for air cry. It kind of sounds like a car that can't start its engine, but then you immediately stop crying when you hit a red light because you think that the whole world is looking at you, and all everyone's saying is like, oh my god, look at that girl, she's crying in her car, what a dweeb. So you're finally home, and all you want to do is you want to cry your eyes out, right? But first, you got to make sure the coast is clear. I'm home! Hello? Anybody? And when you know the coast is clear, you jump on your bed, and you're gonna start crying. But you're all cried out from what you did in the car. So now you're on your bed and you still feel miserable, so you still want to cry. What do you do next? You start thinking about all the bad things that's ever happened to you. You start thinking about when you're 5 years old and your parents didn't buy you your teddy bear. You start telling yourself that, oh my god, they didn't love me, that's why they didn't buy me that teddy bear when I was 5. Or in grade 5 when your friend Sally had a birthday party and she didn't invite you. And somehow it would go back to that piece of cake that didn't save you from that retirement party. And this is the point when the ultimate cry comes out. This is pretty much a mixture of all the cries from before, and it's just worse. Much, much, much worse. And you start questioning everything, you start hating yourself, you start hating the world around you. Everything is a disaster. And not to mention, it is the most ugliest scene you will ever see. Why? Why? Why me? And at this point is when you'll get a phone call. Now you can choose to not answer that phone call because you know what, you don't want people knowing that you're crying. But no, you answer that phone call. You know why? Because we love attention. We love it. Especially when we're sad, we need that attention. We crave for that attention, that sympathy. So you pick up your phone. So you kind of like, hey. But if it's your best friend, they know the difference in your voice, right? So they'll be like, oh my god, yo, are you crying? And you're like, what? No, why would I be crying? I'm not crying. What's up? You try to act all cool and stuff, but you really do want them to know that you're crying. And then your friend asks you those 3 magic words.
Are you okay?
And as soon as you hear those words, what does your brain do? Send, 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 send. And that's it. You're done, right? You start bawling. Tell your friend everything that happened, just vent to them, Because face it, misery loves company. The bottom line is you just want someone to tell you it's gonna be okay. She's an asshole, he's a dick, don't worry about it, you're better than them. And your friend will sit there and listen to you and give you all the cliche answers that you want to hear. And if you don't have a friend to talk to, then go ahead and message me. I really wouldn't mind. I'll sit there and I'll give you my 2 cents. Because in fact, for those of you that don't know, I did start my YouTube channel first from a Facebook page called Ask Kiru. It was meant for you to ask me your problems and I'll give you my 2 cents. But yeah, over time things changed and it became Kiru's Corner. Get it? Kiru's Corner. Get it? Sorry. Anyways, thank you so much for watching that video. If you guys liked it, please put a big thumbs up. And before you go, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do for our next video. So I want to do a segment called Truth or Dare. Underneath, you can post your truths or dares. So if you want to know something about me or if you want to see me doing something really crazy, then go ahead and do it. But please, guys, let's keep it PG, okay? Let's keep it reasonable. Let's keep it appropriate. So either you can comment below here on this video or post it on my Facebook or tweet it to me. Whatever. I mean, we only have so many ways of communicating these days, right? And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to the channel and I will see you guys next week. Keep it real.